This is your Dragon of Icespire Peak gameplay video for the Shrine of Savras quest from the D&D Essentials kit. Hi, Bob here, and welcome to Bob World Builder. For a few tips to make this quest even more fun, check out my DM guide in the full Dragon of Icespire Peak playlist linked down in the description, and subscribe for new videos every Wednesday. Alright, who will you be playing for this quest?
Hey, it's me, Clodagh, and with me are my friends, Donna Fiasco, and my new pal, Amalia, the edgiest blood hunter.
Yeah, so make sure you go back and watch those blood hunter videos if you skip those ones. So we begin at the Tower of Storms with your boy Granok. My work is done. It's time for me to return to the Woodland Manse, be with my orc brethren. I wish you the best of luck facing Cryovane, and if there's anything else I can do before that final confrontation, please do not hesitate to say hey.
Ask that cute little crab if he wants to go with you. I'd feel bad if he just stayed here all alone with his skeleton master.
I'll go talk to him. You guys can head off back to Phandalin. So Clodagh and Donna head on over toward that Stone Hill Inn, you know, the inn that you always hang out in between quests.
That's where we spawn before every adventure.
And when you walk in, you see a familiar fellow, a tall, dark, handsome man that you recognize as Don John Raskin. Howdy! You remember when you helped me kick those were-rats? Well, when you tried to help me kick those were-rats out of that mine?
I think I blocked it out, actually.
You don't remember any of that?
No, not really. Maybe I'm the one who needs to go back and watch the videos.
Anyway, Don John tells you that since your kind of failure at the mine when you fought those were-rats but weren't able to defeat them.
We did
He's including
best.
himself in that.
Still,
yeah,
don't get too down on yourself.
Oh yeah, well now he is up in his spirits because the were-rats have left the mine. They went back to their old hangout, apparently, some temple, and at the mention of the word were-rats, you notice a shrouded figure at the bar tilt her head.
Need a blood hunter. Yeah. Wait, what's a blood hunter? From my pain comes power. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. You want to come fight some were-rats? Yeah. And she puts up her hood.
Perfect.
And draws the drawstring so that it closes around her face. So that only her nose is poking out.
And some of her bangs?
Yeah, and her bangs.
And so on the way, this mysterious figure, Amalia, tells you guys about how good she is at tracking stuff like this. She actually just tracked down and fought a were-rat not but a couple days ago. So approaching at night in this wide open field, you see a ruin standing at the foothills of the Sword Mountains. An old stone temple with a belfry jutting from its peaked roof, enclosed by stone walls, many sections of which have collapsed. The trail ends at a crumbling gatehouse, the doors to which were sundered long ago. 3 of the 4 towers that once stood at the corners of the outer walls have collapsed. Only the northeast tower remains, and a guard stands atop it, like torchlight, silhouetted figure up there.
And that guard is probably a were-rat. Amalia agrees. Has the smell, the stench of lycanthropy upon them. Do they really? Says Clodagh. It's really hard to roleplay with yourself, guys. So we should sneak around to a different part of the castle where the wall's broken.
Yay! Yeah.
I solved the puzzle! Session over!
So you're going to try to sneak around?
We'll sneak in the opposite direction of where the guard is in the tower, so
roll some stealth checks.
Okay, Clodagh gets 10, Amalia 20. 22. And Donabella, 13.
As Clodagh comes jingling around this edge of the wall, just within the corner of the building, some low voices and shuffling around.
I cease jingling. Amalia, you should peek around and see if you can see who's talking there.
I can't see him, but I can smell him.
Maybe it would help if you put your hood back and brushed your hair out of your eyes.
You see as you're passing this broken down wall that there are a number of 5-foot pits just scattered about with their debris along the edges. Just as you guys get around the corner of the tower there, half rat, half man steps out of that corner, looks around.
All stupid.
But yeah, actually looks like he didn't catch you guys. Oh, he knows. He knows somebody's out here creeping around his lawn. But yeah, couldn't spot you. But you see a big sleeping figure over here. Amalia whispers, "Ogre."
Gross. Well, let's try not to wake that up, but no promises. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Actually, I guess it's more like clank because I'm wearing full plate. I'm going to attempt to surprise this guy.
Roll it all up.
3 magic missiles fly at him. 10, 12 for the Eldritch Blast, so 22 total damage. We just go pew 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 from the shadows.
Yeah, so you guys peek out of this little, maybe 4-foot wide gap opening into this courtyard from your little tower corner. And all at once, magic missile, magic missile, magic missile, Eldritch Blast, Eldritch Blast. Sacred Flame fizzles out, unfortunately. But this guy just gets blasted in the back, knocked prone. But then he starts getting back up, and you hear him just shout out, "What the heck is going on here?"
We run out, and we stab him until he's dead.
Okay. Roll initiative. He's pretty slow. You're up first.
Amalia takes out her rapier and flicks herself in the face with it, and Clodagh's like, "What the heck are you doing?" 1 point of damage.
Very efficient blood huntery.
And activates her Crimson Right, which is Right of the Storm, and messes him up. A 16.
Hits!
19 damage.
Amalia flicked herself across the face, freaking darts over there, quicker than the speed of shadow, and just stabs him right into the ground, and his annoying accent is silenced.
Clodagh's just like, what the I mean, what the heck was that?
She wonders as you hear from probably where that guard was standing, "Ricky, what the heck's going on over there?"
Amalia quickly kind of like steps into the shadow of the building there.
And you hear a loud shuffling of a disgruntled ogre.
Dang it, we
"Who's
handled
making
this
all
badly.
this noise?" "Thought I heard something over here." Can't see ya as you're literally in cover right now. And now, emerging from the corner where that first guy came out, 2 more were-rats. Swords drawn, whiskers flying. Clodagh, you recognize the female were-rat as none other than their leader, Zeline Von Asta.
Man, I hate that girl.
And she just says, "What's going on here?" And frickin' tries to shank Amalia.
This is going about as badly as it possibly could.
You didn't sneak super well. Oh, and that one's a crit.
Dang it.
8 piercing damage as Zeline Varnaster's short sword slices Amalia's arm.
Amalia's definitely just gonna try to take out Zeline here. She will, however, invoke the Curse of the Marked, and until the end of her turn, she will add an additional Hemocraft die to her right damage.
Hits.
I need more dice for this. So that's 22 total damage.
With your rapier now sparking with electricity, instead of a Z, make an A for Amalia across Zeline's chest, tearing through her armor a little bit. She shrieks out in pain. Oh my god! Clodagh and Donabella, what are you doing?
She casts Aid, so we all have 5 temporary hit points. Okay, so just 2 simple greatsword attacks.
On Zelene Varnaster.
Yep, right on her.
You hack right through Zelene Varnaster.
I turn to Amalia and say, see what it's like to play with a team? Amalia just puts her middle finger up at me like I'm a prep.
Oh, crap.
It hurts my morale a little bit.
Okay. The second were-rat who ran out of that corner is like, oh, crap! Ducks back inside. The ogre sees you guys fighting his people he hangs out with and decides, this ain't right. Get over here, you little piece of poop!
No one calls Clodagh a piece of poop.
And he's going to attempt to grapple Amalia. Ooh, and he crit.
Yeah, 15.
Right. Picks up Amalia.
Kicks her legs.
Free action, drops her in this 5-foot pit. But that's his turn. He can only make one attack. And now, some chirping and scratching and scurrying as you can only guess. Just a nice line of giant rats.
Still going about as badly as it possibly could.
It's actually not going so bad. All right.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Amalia's standing up. She flips out of the pit with an acrobatics check. 26.
Wow. She does do a standing backflip up out of the pit. I would say with the 26, if you want, she can, like, be on the back of the ogre.
Okay, yeah, she's on the back
Just-
of the ogre.
yeah.
Standing there, flipping everybody off. She's so edgy. Clodagh attacks, then. 2 greatsword attacks.
Both hit.
Nice. 30 total damage.
Wow.
Action surge.
Oh, no!
23.
He's still up.
Donabella does
no.
Sacred Flame.
Oh my
so we have
God.
To do or a dexterity saving throw. Keep saying
Wow, another crit.
dang it.
Shakes it off. You hear some more shouting.
How many freaking people are here?
No, you hear the same voice from across the courtyard. Ricky! Ricky, what's going on? Say something, Ricky!
Oh yeah, he can't see anything right now, can he?
And then you hear a voice from inside the temple. Tony, it's all going to shit. They got Celine. They got Ricky. Get the other guy up, says Tony from up on the wall. And you hear echoing from inside. What? Sounds like another ogre. Dino emerges from the same corner where all these were-rats have been coming out of the temple. Big ogre that Amalia is on the back of makes one swing attempt on you, Clodagh, with his giant club, and he rolls a 2. It just lands in the ground.
Whiffs over my head as I'm just standing
slips
there.
right out of his hand. Oh no. As now his head is just right in front of you, down at eye level. Now, these giant rats start to swarm over into this side of the courtyard here. I'll say this one is going to make an attempt to nip at the heels of Amalia while she's hanging off that ogre. 6 piercing damage as this giant rat sinks its big ol' incisors into Amalia's heel. Her Amalia's heel, if you will.
She dies instantly.
Okay, and back to you.
Amalia is gonna go ahead and make some rapier attack.
Misses.
Okay, so she'll use her second attack.
Yeah. You stick your rapier right through his throat, slick it back out, some blood flings on Clodagh. Oh my god.
Ew.
And he collapses.
Alright, so now Clodagh's gonna greatsword attack number 1.
Hits. Yeah, you kill it.
Maximum damage. That's
You
18.
literally cleave right through that giant rat.
Alright. I'll attempt another cleaving. Giant rat number 4.
That's all he'll ever be known as.
12.
Hits. And you know, although I did actually write down names for all these guys. I don't know why.
I don't know what their names are.
You never will.
10 damage.
It kills him. Just cut right through that other one.
And Donabella will Sacred Flame.
Passes.
Dang it.
Okay, this rat's gonna go over there, attack Donabella. Boop. Hits. 4 piercing damage.
Oh no.
And this other one tries to bite Clodagh. 20, unnatural. 3 piercing damage. Tony, acrobatics check to try to jump off the wall. Kind of has a stumbling fall. He runs over here. Oh my god, they took out the big guy too! Dino, what are we gonna do?
You should run, says Amalia, who's right there standing over the body of an ogre.
Well, they see Zelene's dead body there. They see the dead ogre. Tony is like, I'm out of here! And he freaking bucks it through the wall. Dino just drops his sword and he's like, all right, that's it!
Amalia's bangs fall in her face and she tries to blow them out of the way while she's trying to intimidate these guys.
Ogre number 2 steps out of the same crumbled corner of the temple. Oi, what's... Oh no. Sees his fallen companion. Douglas, is that you?
I hate it.
Why have you done this? He starts crying.
What the heck?
He throws down his club and falls to his knees. Brother, no!
Oh, now I feel bad, says Clodagh. Amalia says, I don't.
And it's back to you.
Okay. Finish this. Clodagh will attempt 2 strikes on rat number 3.
Cleave through another rat. There's one more harassing Donabella.
Amalia will handle that one.
Static shocks spark off the furs of this giant rat's neck as the rapier goes through it and comes right back out.
That's what these were-rats get for being an inconvenience to me earlier.
All
so,
right.
does this ogre look like he's attacking, or does he genuinely look...
No, he looks upset, to say the least.
Okay.
Dino is also just shaken with fear. Both their weapons are on the ground. You won, all right? Just don't hurt me.
What are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna get the heck out of here and go do crime somewhere else.
Alright, just keep the crime out of this area.
Dino runs away.
Amalia's like, what? Why'd you let him go? Because this is what it's like to have feelings, Amalia. Sometimes you have to care about others.
That other ogre wipes his tears.
Sorry about your brother, but he shouldn't have come at us like that.
He was always a bit aggressive.
Well, I'll let you go too. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. And I give him a look. I shake my finger a little bit.
Where do you want me to go?
I don't know. What?
I'm staying here.
Is this where you... Is this your house?
Well, it has been for at least a month now. No one else using this place.
What's in there?
Oh, just some ruins of this old temple. The were-rats were here looking for some treasure.
Oh,
Hence these
so
holes they made us dig.
Treasure. So we'll just take a look around.
He crosses his arms. Starts tapping his giant foot.
Okay, we take a look around quickly.
So you walk into that corner where the were-rats had been staying. A giant pile of hay or straws where they all bedded down together. Through the door, there's the main chamber of this temple. You look up, bell hanging up there. No rope, though. And there is a central room, and 6 stone pillars brace the vaulted ceiling of this chamber, the floor of which is buried under a thick layer of dust. Also covered in dust are 4 humanoid skeletons in tattered priestly vestments lying near a stone altar, situated in an alcove under 4 narrow windows. Carved into the front of that altar is a humanoid eye. Donabella says, "Hey, this altar, it looks like it's not quite like touching the ground." She looks down and it looks like it's on a set of rollers.
Do I know, like, what the eye represents? What god that is?
You ask Donabella, and she says, "Oh yes, that's an emblem of the god of divination, Savras."
That makes sense. Okay, let's move this freaking altar, and I just push it.
As soon as you touch the altar, whoa. For a second, it's like your arms are really far away from you, and then you realize, oh my gosh, you're looking down upon yourself, getting further and further away.
I want to go back to my body.
You reach and it's just getting further away. You're floating back up toward the ceiling of this room. You go up, 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 up. You notice, oh man, I'm going to hit this bell, but nope.
Am I dying?
You just go right through this giant bell. You notice There's like some glints of gold under its rusty exterior. You pass through that belfry and up, out. You're floating through the sky.
Yeah, Clodo's just
floating
like, well,
through the
I guess
clouds,
I'm dead now.
zipping toward, oh my gosh, Icespire Peak. The highest height of the Sword Mountains. You're going closer, closer, and you see, out in the snow, a ruined fortress of some kind. And, whoa, what's that on its roof? Is that a white dragon sleeping?
Too bad I'll never get to fight it because I'm dead.
Closer, closer still, one of its large eyes flashes open, snorts out some frost, and immediately, you wake up flat on your back in front of that altar, which is now a few feet slid back from where you remember it being just a moment ago.
I see Amalia and I'm like, is this hell? Oh, life is hell.
Nice. So that altar is pushed back about 3 feet into the little alcove at the end of the room, revealing a wooden coffer tucked inside a 1-foot square cavity in the floor.
I take it and brace myself to leave my body again.
Try to open it?
Yeah.
Inside this little wooden box looks like about 50 gold coins, a key, which looks mysterious, and what's that? A little piece of paper, some kind of note. May our riches stay safe, ringing high in the heavens.
They're in the bell. So I guess I'll try to climb the outside of, or like get on top of the building basically and try to investigate the bell that way.
Make an athletics check to climb up on that roof.
Maybe the treasure is all the bells we found along the way. Crit.
You
Just
frickin'
jump. I do a 15-foot vertical leap.
Standing vertical leap.
I don't even reach out to grab the side with my hands. I just jump and land, and I stick the landing.
You hack Skyrim, jump up on the building.
I glitch up there.
Just run up the roof to the bell, and you see it there through some flimsy wooden slats.
I want to break the slats and then push the bell to ring it.
You push the bell right through those slats. There's no sound. And now you can tell this bell looks to be pretty crudely made.
Huh, so I guess they just melted down all their treasure, made it into a bell, and that's why there's no sound when you ring it, because it's a fake.
What a ridiculous idea. There's no way that's what it is.
I don't know, Clodov's not really about the money. I want to call the ogre. Hey.
Yes?
Do you want to help us carry this bell? And then you can have some of it.
I need it less than you. Just take it. Here, stand aside, and he freaking scrambles up on the roof. He's knocking all kinds of shingles and tiles off. Just hammer fists the wood beam, and the bell just slams to the ground inside.
Hey, thanks, man. Sorry again for killing your brother. It really felt like our only option at the time. Bye!
It probably was.
I just start, rolling the bell.
It's really awkward to roll because it is bell-shaped. And that's where we'll end this quest. So, be sure to check out the Dungeon Master's guide for this quest for some sweet tips to make it even more fun. Thank you for watching, and keep building.